Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the One Training Family Podcast. I'm your host, DS6900, and once again we do have a bit of a light week this week because it's March, of course. And we might as well get started with, there was a little bit of confusion earlier today in regards to the latest issue of the Japanese magazine Nintendo Dream. Many thought that it was going to contain new information for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl and Legends coming in May. But it turns out the May issue was released today, according to Joe Merrick of Cerebi, and the information that was contained in this magazine was just the stuff that we already knew about at the game's announcements, which did get some people's hopes up before the correction happened, but oh well. But regardless, we kind of already know that Pokemon tends to make second or big, just huge announcements in general in May anyway. But anyway, we might as well move onward toward some more brief topics before we get to the big stuff for today, which includes a Gigantamax Appleton and Flapple raid event for Europe to tie in with the release of the latest TCG set, Battle Styles, which also released today as well. Stock event, depending on availability, of course.
Oh,
I didn't
poggers.
even know that.
Yeah, I think there was supposed to be. I think there was supposed to be a GameStop card distribution as well, but nothing surfaced for that. And I don't remember the exact details for the distribution in Europe. But interestingly, the countries that are getting this distribution are Belgium, the Netherlands, France, and Italy.
Oh,
Oh,
So, but nothing for North America or I don't think Japan either.
interesting.
It's odd.
Yeah.
But regardless, moving on, the last brief thing I want to mention is for Pokemon Masters EX, which is starting its Shiny Hearts of Dragons event this week, which lets you scout Champion Iris and tells the tale of Iris becoming champion. With
Poggers.
a Diantha scout coming later in the month.
wait, is this like a flashback then? Because she was already champion,
Maybe.
and cause I remember like at the start of the story, like when you first run into Iris, like Rhoda mentioned she's already champion of Universe, so like I get it a flashback.
Maybe. I haven't played the event yet, so I should probably play that soon.
Ah, okay.
I don't have Masters, so I have no idea.
Yeah, like I stopped playing it because my phone's fucked up.
All right. So now
Yeah,
now let's move on to the big stuff, starting with the Pokemon anime, off with a preview for an upcoming episode shows that Ghost Sobble is going to be evolving into Drizzile soon.
pain.
Poggers.
Yeah, I was about to say it's causing some mixed reaction, and here we go. We have some mixed reactions right here. Perfect summary for that. My only hope is that they don't repeat the same kind of development that they did for Raboot before.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
That
Same.
would be redundant.
yeah, because they've already done that, but at the same time, look at Drizzle. I don't know what else they can do.
Like I want Drizzle to keep some of the timid characteristics of that Sobble already has.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean,
But
it's cool that Sobble's finally gained some much needed development, though.
I liked the
I
U-turn
mean,
episode.
it got that one episode.
Yeah, like I got the intel on it where it learned U-turn.
Yeah,
That,
That was a pretty good episode for
Yeah.
it was.
absolutely.
Which I'm really glad that because like I've been like calling U-turn for like 2 months before the episode even came out.
Nice.
Nice.
Um, I assume that when it evolves into Drizzle, it'll learn like water pulse or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
because like it had like water gun, pound, and U-turn currently. So
Yeah. Like that, the Italian that we saw in May Sound Possible, that really played a key role in Sabo wanting to get stronger though.
yeah, it did.
And it's cool to see that they're basically continuing that instead of just being a one-off thing, just as an excuse for Sabo to learn a new move.
Yeah, like that's cool, but I wish Trouble just got stronger and more confident as a Trouble because I just Trouble's just too baby to evolve. Okay.
That's fair
Yeah.
though. I
I
just
don't mind it because you already know that Sable admires Inteleon, so it makes sense for it to evolve. But
yeah,
I also like Sable because he's baby.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Sabo is adorable.
Exactly.
I just hope that this evolution does not ruin the bond between Sabo and Cinderace.
Oh no.
I
It,
think so.
Like at some point, I do think that they'll become really good battle partners, though.
they'd better be like Cinderace better be like the big sibling who tries to like who constantly just tries to be nice to the emo sibling who's just meh.
Yeah, but I can see Cinderace becoming more of a battle mentor for Drizzile.
Yeah, maybe.
Like there's a lot of potential with this upcoming evolution. So I'm definitely curious.
Yeah,
I'm definitely curious to see
definitely.
how well it's executed, and I hope that if Drizzile is going to evolve it into Italian, which looks like it will, I hope that they'll rush it
Yeah, same.
because Scorbunny's evolution was pretty rushed.
I mean, like the one from Scorbunny to the boot, sure, but the Cinderace evolution was wasn't really rushed in large scheme of things. I think the placement for it made sense.
Yeah,
I just think that it was rushed within the context of the episode itself, and not really in the series.
yeah. Like you could tell when Rabbit evolved into Cinderace, like it was written just better in general.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I miss Score Bunny. Like, it was so cute and mischievous.
Yeah, I just wish Scorbunny didn't evolve so early.
Like, Score Bunny and Sobble would have made a great duo.
Yeah, we never got to see Pikachu interact with all three Galar starters in their base forms.
Yeah,
She's just so cute.
I know.
Look at this bun.
This bun is precious.
Yeah. Basically, go. Oh, goes.
So
Yeah,
cute.
goes
Look at
Cinderace like because like I remember when Jordan's Shield first came out, I was like, oh, Scorbunny's okay. Then Ghost Scorbunny, I was like, oh shit, this is adorable. Then I was like, the boot's just okay, and Tenere is bad. Then Reboot comes out, oh my god, I love Reboot. Then Tenere comes out, oh my god, I love Tenere now.
I remember when you were like, Cinderace is boring, but then as soon as Go's Reboot evolved into Cinderace, you were like, I love Cinderace now.
No, it wasn't as soon as it evolved. It was when they had that one episode in Castelia, and
Oh yeah.
I got to see just how much personality Cinderace had.
You can never hate Cinderace.
Yeah.
I'm glad you boarded the train.
I mean, I've always liked Cinderace, even when I first saw it, but on the anime, it
Yeah,
definitely.
same.
But the anime definitely does it justice, though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And also, I love the fact that Rabbit was a Cinderace. Like that was just perfect.
you love that bit was what?
I was trying to say that.
Shin-
I was trying to say
oh,
this.
Sundari. All right, yeah.
I butchered it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure like I just couldn't understand because of the accent, but yeah.
But yeah, like it was great.
It was.
But
Sorry, now. I just go on. What to say?
I was about to move on to our next topic, actually.
Oh, I can't even remember what I'm gonna say. So you do that.
All right, because another big anime thing is Ash's Farfetch finally evolved into Starfetch'd in today's episode.
Yeah,
Pog.
yeah.
I heard this. I heard it was a really good episode, and I've seen some of the screenshots, and it looked really
It
good.
was it was a really good episode.
It was a really good episode. Yeah, like the only thing that I really have a problem with is like Rinto, because his personality has changed about like three separate times in the episode. But
Yeah, like during the battle, Rinto comes off like as a dick because he's so smug and
yeah,
constantly calls Ash's Farfetch inadequate or whatever.
yeah. But and like while he did call it that, like when he first appeared, it was like it was like a different tone to it. Like he didn't seem smug when he first appeared. It seemed like he genuinely wanted to see Ash and Farfetch improve. But then like in that episode, it was just it just felt like, oh, I'm so much better than you,
Yeah,
and
and
then at
then
the end, and sorry, I can't continue.
uh, yeah, so then at the end when Farfetch evolves, Rinto just suddenly goes respect for him.
Yeah,
That's
and
odd.
then
Yeah,
yeah, and then after and then like and then when Gally loses, he's just like, oh, I guess I'm the one who's inadequate, and it's like
What the hell?
that's like it's like it's like about three or four it's like three different personalities.
Is this
yeah,
character
it was
having?
really
Was he having an existential crisis?
weird.
No, but he was written like he was.
Like he changed personalities so quickly.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
That sounds janky.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta see the episode for yourself to see that.
Yeah, I'll probably get to that after we finish recording.
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
I can remember to do it.
um, yeah. But like apart from Rinto, it was a really good episode. Like the battle was really good. Like
the evolution scene was really good too.
what it was, yeah. Like it was funny because at one because like Gally had cut Farfetch's leak uh, suspiciously, so it's the exact same shape as Starfetch lands, and and then Farfetch uses the top of the leak that Gally cut off as his shield, and it's suspiciously in the same shape as Starfetch's shield.
Yeah, so it was really obvious that Farfetch was gonna evolve.
That was
Yeah.
basically writing on the wall then.
Yeah, and it was like it was obvious like, from the fact that this episode was happening that it was going to evolve, but then
Yeah.
they just made it even more obvious.
Yeah.
But it was and like they actually used the fact that Farfetch learned the text to the episodes and the battles advantage, which is not what I expected because Detect is so boring, but that episode, but it was actually cool in this episode.
Oh, neat.
It showed how smart Rinto was
Yeah,
because his Gallade actually had detect. No, not detect. His Gallade had
faint.
faint, which hits against opponents using detect or protect.
Oh, that's big brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cause like basically, like Farfetch is like trading blows with Gallade, and then Ash tells it to use Detect, and Rinto's just like faint, and just shuts it down. But like even then, that was like the second time he'd shut down Detect because Farfetch like used Detect to like earlier and Rinto just told Gally to use Psycho Cut. While Farfetch was in the air thanks to Detect. So basically just Detect didn't work half the time during this battle because Rinto had like so many strategies to stop it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I like how
Oh,
I like how the whole theme with Farfetch is basically like going from a warrior to like a sort of knight, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Because like it's like he wants to protect Ash and stuff like that.
Makes
yeah,
sense. But this kind of makes me hope for Chloe getting Guardian Ponytail even more, because if it can evolve, then
Oh
I can
my
I can
Yeah.
I can totally see Rapidash and Swordfish working together perfectly.
Yes, I want that.
I
I want Surface
need
fighting top
it.
of Rapidash.
I
I
need
need
it.
it. I need that.
like it would. Like I don't think I don't think that like, that actually happen, but like I do think that Kaharu will get Ponyta later on, just because it feels weird to just leave it the way they left it.
And it's in the freaking opening too.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
will get it.
Yeah. Plus,
I need more. I need more of the baby.
I know. Plus, like they need more of Opal than what we got in the episode, because while what we got in the episode was really fun and I loved it, I want like there really wasn't much of Opal at all in that one episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
he was just there for like a few minutes.
Yeah, like they're gonna need to include Opal more just because she is a gym leader in Galar.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think we will see all of Gallo's gym leaders at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I just find it weird that we're going out of order like this.
I don't, because well,
I mean, it's
Like-
a PWC. It's not like Ash is like fighting gym leaders in order again.
yeah,
True.
like
It's like Journey's just throwing all the typical stuff out of the window.
yeah.
It's great.
hmm
Like for example, like Go getting all the starters
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of Ash getting them.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the right call in the long run, because Ash
Yeah.
is such an experienced trainer at this point. He's a freaking champion now. He doesn't need any more starters.
Yeah, he doesn't need them.
I mean, like starters are starters because they're easy to raise, but like I don't really think, but I think that's more just. I think that's more just the fact that they were like raised by like readers who give them to the professor in order to be easy to raise, because you have shit like Brock's Mudkip, whose whole thing in his episode whose whole thing in the episode where Brock captured him was that he was older than all the other Mudkips, but stayed with the breeder because he was not easy to raise.
Yeah,
So like
I remember that.
yeah.
I haven't seen that episode actually.
You need to rewatch AG.
Yeah, I just need to watch all of Advanced Generation in general.
Yeah.
Kyle,
What?
that episode is the one where the famous.
Yes, the Mudkip meme.
Yes, that's
So
where it
you
comes
like
from.
Mudkip, huh?
God, honestly, that is such a good meme. I swear to God.
Yeah, I had to explain Honey what that meme even was at one point.
I don't know how you hadn't heard of that. But
I didn't know it existed, okay?
it was such like even without being on the internet, like you would have heard the words "I heard you like mudcaps."
I did not.
Wow.
Let me live.
You're like the only person.
Oh,
From
come
our
on.
generation.
I'm sure there are more people.
Probably,
There
but
must
like,
be one other
not many.
person.
But anyway, getting back on track here. Callum, you mentioned before we started recording that Rento's Gallade had Justified, right?
Yes.
Alright,
Um,
so with that, wasn't that like the first time that we saw Justified in the anime?
I believe so.
I
Um,
think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, here's what a Justified looks like. By the way, Gallade arm blades get really long. It's really funny.
What the actual heck?
But yeah, like I think like, 'cause like Gallade arm blades like, do get longer. Like as part of its biology, but they made them get really long for Justified. I think just so it can match Starfish.
Starfish just leak.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
looks
I
so
think so too.
ridiculous in this screenshot.
Oh no, it's definitely ridiculous, but it's funny.
It's funny and cool at the same time.
Oh no, yeah. Like when it actually uses like when it actually like fights with the really long arms, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Um,
But anyway,
yeah.
since we believe this is the first time that we're seeing Justified in anime,
I
what
mean,
other abilities do we want to see that either haven't been in the show yet or haven't been seen in a long time?
I'll start off.
All right.
Something that I want to see in the anime is just contrary.
Yes.
Oh,
Contrary. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Look at it now. That is the only time Justified has ever been in the anime.
Oh really?
Yeah. First and only time.
Oh wow.
But contrary. Well, for those that don't know, pretty sure everyone here. I know everyone here does, but it reverses stat changes. So if say someone uses growl on you, instead of lowering your attack, it will raise your attack. But if someone uses like swagger on you, it'll and instead of raising your attack and confusing you, it'll lower your attack and confuse you. So it's a really fun ability to play around with, like especially in the anime, because it's an ability that can be used to both the users and the opponents benefit, because say like the opponent actually uses a star raising move against the contrary Pokemon on purpose. That's like and then of course it lowers the stats. That's like a great way to that's like a great way to like counter it. Cause like I know a lot of people like want Ash's headcanon like Ash's Snivy as having contrary, because it doesn't lose stats where when using Leaf Storm,
Yeah.
but at the same time, Leaf Storm, that's never really been how Leaf Storm worked in the anime.
Yeah.
So like
I
True.
didn't know people had canon that Ashes Snivy had contrary.
yeah, they did, because like, it was never shown to have overgrowth, so a lot of people just assumed and headcanon. I've personally just always headcanoned it as overgrow, just because I don't really think it does have contrary.
But that would be a little overpowered for Ash.
Not really. Like, like I just did say there are very obvious ways to counter it, and at the same time, I just don't see Snivy having contrary.
Yeah.
I think
True.
a Pokemon that I think a Pokemon that would be really cool to see contrary on is like Lurantis, because it is Lurantis' hidden ability,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
um you would get the similar shit to Snivy with Leaf Storm, because I don't think they've shown Leaf Storm in Journeys yet, so they could easily change its effect.
Yeah. True.
Contrary would just be really cool to see in the anime.
Yeah. Definitely.
Um,
Do you have anything else, or do you have any?
I am looking for other abilities right now. Someone can just talk while I'm looking, really.
Okay. Why don't we just go in reverse order then? So, do you want to go next, honey?
Sure, but I kind of need time to think.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
so do you guys just want me to take over then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right. First off, I think for me, one that immediately comes to my mind is Liquid Voice, which is the hidden ability for Prima Reina.
Of course.
Oh, of
But
course.
bias aside, I am pretty curious as to how this would how visual this would be in the anime. Like it would, like, if anything, I could probably just see like a water effect being added to like Hyper Voice
Yeah,
Yeah.
to
like Sparkling Art, although because Sparkling Art is already a song, and because only preliminary gets it, it's not really something that I expect to ever see in the show. Because if you're gonna have if you're gonna have preliminary know a sound based move, it's probably gonna be Sparkling Area.
That's fair. Like
But like,
there's just a lot here that I could name off the top of my head.
yeah.
Libero and Protein. I am so curious as to how that would play out as well.
I just don't expect to ever see them in the anime. To be honest, it's just
Yeah, me neither.
like stab has never really been a thing that's like said to have existed in the anime. It's like I think
Yeah,
the whole point of Liberal and Protein is stab.
and the same thing.
Plus, like I don't know how they could visualize it, how they would be able to visualize the change anyway. Like,
Yeah. Hey Sam.
Hey,
Hi.
Sam.
Hey. Sorry for the late to the party.
No
That's
worries.
okay.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, I was right in the middle of watching a really good movie
Oh, nice.
Okay.
with my family and such. So, but now I'm here.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the middle of doing a little bit of anime discussion because we discussed the preview of Sable evolving into Drizzile and Ash's Farfetch evolving into Surfetch, and now we're discussing what abilities do we want to see that haven't been shown in the anime yet.
Or just haven't been seen in a while.
Yeah, that too.
Like, I don't think anyone's actually done that one. So
Yeah,
Oh, well, yeah, right.
and I was
One that we haven't seen in a while is I think is Dirty.
I
I
don't,
don't think
I
we've seen it since Black and White because I'm pretty sure Silence
Silence, Crostal did
Yeah.
have Sturdy.
he had Sturdy, right?
yes, I mean, it was only shown as Dweller, I think, but yes.
Yeah.
But also Ash's Rock and Roller and Boulder had Sturdy.
Yeah, I know that too.
I
Yeah,
don't
'cause, like,
remember that.
Like, that was really just visualized as Clay's extra drill using horn drill, and it did nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What else?
Abilities that hasn't shown in the anime, right?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
haven't or haven't been shown in a while.
Contrary.
Caleb literally mentioned
Callum
that
mentioned
already.
that.
Yeah, it did.
I'm bringing that up again.
That's valid though.
Um,
Have we seen a
It
Pokemon
is
was?
so-
Wait, have we seen a Pokemon?
sorry.
You can go first, Sam.
No. I bring up contrary because it has not been. It is such a really cool ability.
yeah.
The fact that
Yeah, it
the anime
is.
hasn't shown, and the fact that the anime hasn't shown it pisses me off.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't show it with those Malamars in XY.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, same.
Actually, you know what? Magic bounce.
I was about to bring up Magic Bounce.
Oh,
I was about to bring up Magic
Magic
Bounce
Bounce.
actually.
Yeah. If they ever show Magic Bounce, it had better be with an Espeon because that's like
Oh,
the
definitely.
best. That's like my obviously his personal bias, but it's like that's the one Pokemon that I always think of when I think of Magic Bounce, even though I know Hatterene and Zatu get it too, but
Dude, same.
and Mega
I
Sableye.
think of Mega Diancie actually when I think of that.
Oh
word,
right, yeah.
Magic.
Oh right, I keep forgetting.
True.
I keep forgetting Giants even has a Mega Evolution. The hell?
Yeah.
Guys, Mega Absol. Mega fucking Absol.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, Magic Bounce. The fact that they haven't shown that ability is that's really disappointing actually.
yeah.
I have another ability that I could name off that I think would be really interesting.
What's that?
What is it?
Perish Body. I
Oh,
don't know if that's been shown in anime, but if they do, I wonder.
It
What
it,
did
it,
that ability do again?
I what?
it definitely hasn't been shown in the anime because it's Cursula's or Anglar and Cursula's
Oh, right.
is signature ability. Basically,
Alright.
if you hit it with a contact move, it activates Perish Song.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then I think
Yeah,
both
right.
the Pokemon and the Pokemon that attack would faint after like 3 turns unless you
Yes.
switch them out of battle or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, I feel like if they ever introduce Alistair and like give him Cursula, they'll have to show it.
yeah.
Ooh, good point.
That is a very good point.
Definitely.
Going off that, and if they do introduce Gordy, they will have to show it. Steam Engine,
Yes.
Oh, Steam Engine.
Mm.
because if they do like introduce Gordy, which I believe they will, because like they'll probably introduce Gordy and Melanie together, but like,
If
but like,
B showed up, then there's no doubt that he will show up too. Maybe later
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
down the road.
yeah. So I do think that like, cause like when they introduce Gordy, like they're gonna have to like have his Colossal have Steam Engine because anything else is boring.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like there's Flame Body, which is a good ability, but at the same time, I don't think. Look, the point is, they have Colossal. They're gonna have to show off its signature ability.
yeah.
Mm.
Something that I think I'd be interested in seeing, and like, I don't really think there's much of a chance of seeing it, but Liquid Ooze.
Liquid ooze.
That
Oh
ability
yeah,
sounds very familiar.
yeah. Cause
Basically,
yeah, if you use a draining move on a Pokemon with Liquid ooze, you would take damage as opposed to
Yeah,
the Pokemon.
it
Yeah.
inverses the effect, correct?
yes,
Instead of
I
healing you. Yeah,
yeah,
I remember that ability.
it's a really cool ability,
Absolutely.
and
Definitely.
I really think that uh, that like, and I really think that the anime should show it off.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
Tentacruel is just such a cool Pokemon that like I want an episode like focused on it in Journeys, even though I doubt we'll get that. But there's also right, yes.
What?
Again, now that the anime is showing hidden abilities more often, Corviknight's hidden ability, and technically and also a signature ability, Mirror Armor.
Oh, reflects any. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like say yeah, so like just have the stat boosts just or not a stat boost, just have the stats just reflected. Yeah, because like Corviknight can still like buff its own stats. It's just when other people try to change its stats, it reflects back. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like they could also show off like if Opal makes a return and if she uses her Galarian Weezing,
Neutralizing
they can show off
gas.
neutralizing gas.
yes. There's no way they're not doing that when they show off Galarian Weezing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They have to show that.
That
In fact, speaking of Galarian
imagine-
Wheezing,
Imagine if. Oh, sorry, Kyle.
I thought of Team Rocket when you brought up Galarian Wheezing, and I really want James to reminisce on his Cantonian Wheezing if they ever come across one.
Oh, same.
Oh God, same.
Like
But
it-
you know,
like that is
exactly.
that is such a signature Pokemon for James. I would
but you
be
know, the gap exists.
I would
so-
be I would be upset if James does not reminisce his Wheezing when he sees a Galarian one.
I don't think that Team Rocket would even be in that episode.
I mean, this is journeys we're talking about. They always throw curveballs.
Yeah, but like,
Yikes. Anyway, I was going to say something regarding a small joke regarding Galarian Wheezing's hidden ability.
Let's hear it.
What is it?
Let's hear it.
And that's with Brandon. Imagine if no, not Brandon. Imagine if like Regigigas came out of nowhere. We all know his fucking ability. And like his ability gets neutralized and he's like, my body is ready now.
Oh my god!
Perfect.
But seriously though, they really need to ditch that ability in the Sinnoh remakes.
I don't think they will.
They probably won't.
I
no,
mean,
like,
I'm not surprised considering that this. No. They're like thinking like, you know what, guys, Regigigas is way too OP. Let's nerf him down. While still thinking, you know what, guys, Rayquaza is way too OP. Let's give him a mega.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
yeah,
That is
yeah,
pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going way too far into the conversation. Anyway,
Something that I'm thinking of, and this could be really cool to like show against Ash's Lucario, like magnet pull.
Oh.
True.
Like it traps steel type Pokemon,
True.
so they can't
immediately
leave the battlefield. So say like Ash's Lucario was fighting, I don't know, like a Magnezone or a Probopass, and it's having trouble. So Ash tried to recall it, but it can't because magnet pull.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was immediately thinking of Magnezone the moment you said Magnet Pull, actually, Callum.
Oh wow. I mean, that's like the one Pokemon that we can think of.
Yeah.
Have we seen a Pokemon with Moxie?
I don't
No,
know.
no, we haven't.
Oh man, I would love to see that.
I kind of wish Ash's Crocodile had that, but I'm not sure.
No, he doesn't have it. I'm pretty sure he has.
It would have been Intimidate.
Intimidate?
Yeah.
probably
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Ash's Crocodile's ability just hasn't been revealed.
I
Yeah,
thought it had Intimidate or something.
No, ability unknown.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
If it did have Intimidate, then we would have seen it by now.
Or it could secretly have Moxie. We don't know that.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah. Honestly, like, I kind of hope it has Moxie, just because.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Moxie-
me too. Me
Moxie is
too.
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is really good.
yeah.
absolutely.
Like personally, I've always headcanoned Ash's Scraggy as the one that has Intimidate, which is technically its an ability, but like that's what I've always headcanoned it as, because like Scraggy's other ability is isn't this cool?
Moxie.
Wait, I think I said Moxie actually, but
Hang on.
Dry skin?
oh no, it's Shed Skin or Moxie.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it's shed skin.
yeah.
Actually, Scraggy ability unknown. So, yeah, I've always headcanoned it as having Intimidate, because it had that whole thing of using Leer against its opponents to intimidate them, but before headbutting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just, and honestly, I think that kind of just fits well with the ability to intimidate.
Definitely.
So and I don't really think it does have Moxie because it didn't really seem to get stronger after defeating one Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Whereas Crocodile could have Moxie because its best moments were like defeating one Pokemon, but I was always like the last Pokemon. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we seen Synchronize?
I don't think we have, no.
I don't know. I don't think so.
That'd be interesting.
It would
Yeah.
be I'm honestly
Yes.
surprised. Yeah, like I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen it because
Like imagine like a person is battling Pikachu and then
yeah, like Pikachu's static activates.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although that actually wouldn't work because
That would
electric types
that's kind of a bad example actually, because
Yeah,
electric types
'cause
can't be
electric-
paralyzed.
yeah.
But
So I feel that it's more likely Ash
Oh.
doesn't have a fire or poison type, so wait, oh no, Lucario's force palm paralyzes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Lucario gets paralyzed itself because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Synchronize is actually an ability that would be perfect for the anime. I'm
Yeah.
surprised they haven't shown it yet.
Yeah.
It could be really easy to show up. I'm surprised it hasn't been done yet.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did we see corrosion at all yet?
No.
No.
What does that do again?
That lets steel and poison types get poisoned.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
It's the signature ability of Shalanda and Shalazo.
Right.
We haven't seen Merciless either, but like Merciless is top expected.
Like
There's-
So many abilities we haven't seen.
yeah,
know.
and
Yeah.
there's also a ton. There's also a lot of them that would be hard to visualize as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Do
with
you-
Merciless, the attacks would have to become critical hits, and the only time we can tell if an attack is a critical hit in the anime is if someone actually points it out.
Yeah.
Not true.
Wait,
'Cause
what?
It happened. It happened in this episode.
Oh, it did.
Okay, order from that.
Yeah, because well, basically what happened was, Farfetch was using Fury Cutter against Gallade, and then it got 3 strong hits against Gallade, and then evolved. But
From that.
from context and knowing how Farfetch evolves, yeah, they were obviously meant to be crits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
What about long reach, which is Decidueye's hidden ability? I feel like
that feels like one that would just be really hard to visualize.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
But that's something that could really be achieved best in the games. But it's still one
Yeah.
that it's still one that intrigues me. Like, and another one that comes to my mind is, but this one can only depend on what we see in specific Pokemon. Parental bond.
We seen it.
We
saw
have?
that with Mega.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Alola League.
Yeah,
We did?
Elima had
Yeah.
Kangaskhan.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he
Bro.
fought Guzma, and then Guzma destroyed him.
I must have missed that
Like,
episode then, because I don't remember that.
Guzma stomp curb Ilma.
It was
I
awesome.
remember that.
I don't think I
Yeah,
seen that
yeah.
episode. What the hell?
Yeah,
I need to
rewatch it, Kyle.
You should go watch it, Ty.
yeah,
I need to rewatch Sun and Moon in general.
you do. So good.
Facts.
Something that I think we should see as Poison Touch, because that would just be easy to show.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be easy to pull off.
That'd be easy.
That would be easy to pull off.
It's just
We've seen Static.
Poison-
We've seen Flame Body.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Poison Point. Poison Touch is slightly different. Poison Touch is may poison a target when the Pokemon makes contact. So when you use a boost, so like Cybertoad gets poison touch. I mean, so does sorry. Let me use the best example of poison touch actually. Krugunk. Um, Krugunk can get poison touch, and basically, so like poison point. Say like if you attack like a road raid, right? Is when like say someone uses like fire punch against a road raid, then the person using fire punch might get poisoned. Poison touch is if Krugunk used like ice punch against a Pokemon, and then the Pokemon that used ice punch against gets poisoned. Like it's a really cool ability that would be perfect for the anime.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course, I had to use Krugunk as the example because it's Krugunk.
I mean, it's a good example though.
Yeah, it is,
Of
yeah.
course you do.
Oh yeah, power of alchemy.
Power of alchemy. What does that do again?
That's the signature ability of Alloy Grimer and Muck.
Oh,
What it does is basically
copies the ability of a
turn in,
defeated ally. Okay.
yeah, it's really only like a doubles ability.
Yeah.
But say if like a Pokemon with like huge power faint fainted next to an Alolan Muck, all of a sudden this Alolan Muck could would have huge power and can just punch the shit out of things.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, we could talk about this like all day. Like we could have like an entire
yeah,
episode just talking about this.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's list a few more, but then we can move on.
Okay.
Reckless. We
Ooh,
have
reckless.
seen
Yeah.
reckless.
Yeah.
Like reckless to me is one of those abilities that that they could just show and not mention and no one would even know that reckless would have activated because it's not one that really requires any sort of visual. Yeah, because like
Yeah.
reckless is just powering up recoil moves. It's like
Yeah.
they're just stronger.
Yeah.
So like I don't
Mhm.
really think it would ever like notably be in the anime just because there's not really just because just because it's really just a passive ability that just happens.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
I have two of them. I have two that I can name off the top of my head actually.
uh-huh.
Natural Cure and No Guard.
No guard.
No.
Low guard would be cool.
I feel like that would be hard to visualize though.
No guard could be would be easy to visualize with special moves,
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
not with physical moves. So like, say like I'm a champ is using focus blast, and the focus blast just follow the target.
That just sounds OP just thinking about it.
But
Yeah.
but with physical moves, it's just it would just be the same as normally.
Yeah.
I can
And
name another one that I don't think has been in the anime, but I'm not too sure.
And what's that?
Flashfire.
it has
It has.
not in the mainline anime. I don't think anyway. But Malva's Houndoom had it before it mega evolved and mega evolution special
Oh
4.
yeah.
Right. I forgot about those.
Barely
Yeah.
even remember that.
But I'm talking about like in the main series.
Oh, yeah, but in the main series, yeah, like we already know how they visualize it. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they never showed it off with like Gary's Arcanine or something.
Yeah.
Um,
I was also going to bring up Marina Trap, but you kind of already kind of made that example with Magnet Pole anyway.
being in the anime,
That's been there?
Katie's dog trio.
Huh.
in the Home League.
Oh yeah.
I remember that actually.
Yeah.
Man,
Um,
there's just so many. Like, this is insane.
mhm.
Yeah, we could go on like this forever.
I think something that would be really cool would be like inner focus. Um,
Oh, yeah.
just doesn't flinch.
Um, have we seen Scrappy?
I don't believe so,
No.
I was actually talking to Harry about this earlier.
Yeah.
I think that actually Surfetch might end up having Scrappy
Ooh.
because while it is its hidden ability, its only other ability is Steadfast, which is really hard to visualize, really, because they will just never show flinching again. Let's be honest. Um, but
Yeah.
also, but also, if we are to assume that Ash will battle Wickstrom later on, and that would kind of be like the perfect time to learn Meteor Assault, except Meteor Assault doesn't affect Aegislash. So if we are to assume that Ash will battle Wickstrom with Starfest later on, which I feel like that would make sense, um,
Yeah.
that would give it Scrappy would give it an excuse for Meteor Assault to hit Aegislash, like even if it wasn't necessarily pointed out in the show itself, it would still just be like an excuse to say, "Oh hey, Ash's Farfetch'd must have Scrappy then, or Surfetch'd, I guess."
True.
Yeah. I thought of another one that could be easy to show,
What?
potentially. That is the ability of Galarian Slowbro, Quick Draw.
Oh, yeah, Quick Draw.
Oh yeah,
If they ever show Galarian Slowbro in the anime, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick draw better visualized
Yeah.
like a cowboy Joe.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Like it's the end. Say like Ash battle Clara or something. It's the end of their
Yes.
battle. It's the end of their battle. Like they're going to they both have like one shot left in them, and then Clara wins just because
Quick.
she
Quick
just
draw
She goes
to win
first
it.
because of Quick Draw.
exactly, yeah.
I kind of want that to happen now, actually.
I want that to happen though.
But like they better have like the whole cowboy standoff thing when showing quick draw because that's
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
That would be amazing. All right. One more ability from
Can I-
everyone, and then we can probably move on because we've been going at it for a while now.
Beast
Yeah.
boost. They've never shown
I
beast
think we've
boost.
seen it with Jesse's Yanmega.
No, beast boost.
Oh, I thought you said speed boost.
No,
Never
no.
mind.
We've seen.
Speed.
We saw. Okay,
What the heck?
we saw speed boost
Bro.
with Paul's ninja. No, beast boost.
Hmm.
Would as the ultra beast ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And-
know that.
How did they not show it when they gave Ash an ultra beast?
I'm surprised about that
I'm so
actually.
surprised, yeah.
Didn't cross my mind until you brought it up.
To show that with Naganadel and or Pheromosa, for example.
Yeah. Like that would have been an easy one to write in simply because Ash
Yeah.
raised an Ultra Beast.
Cause like ever since X Y they've actually made stat boost rather like ever since X Y like stat boosts have and stat lowers have had like the game visuals of like the orange or blue auras, right? So it just hell like you can see it in the justified picture there. So like
Yeah, true.
it's just it's not hard to visualize. Just have them glow orange when after for a moment after defeating a Pokemon. Like you don't even need to point out that it's Beast Boost because Sun and Moon did that all the time with its abilities. It just had them activate, and no one said anything.
All right. What else could we see?
I don't think we've seen Wonder Guard in a while.
Wonder Guard.
Yeah.
We have seen it, I think.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know we've seen it,
No.
but it's been a while.
Yeah, I know.
and I believe no. What?
I think it was in that
Yeah, it
that
was
one
in that
Togepi episode in AG.
Oh right,
That's
yes,
the
yes it
Togepi
was.
Mirage.
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah, that one.
yeah. I was getting it mixed up with Magic Guard for a second, which I know
No,
we saw.
No, Wonder Guard.
Yeah, because I know we saw that in Turn Moon, Lusamine Clefable, because it just walks through poison fine.
Yeah,
I didn't think that was Wonder Guard. Oh.
it's Magic Guard. It's Magic Guard.
Yeah, Magic Guard.
Yeah, because Shedinja only gets Wonder Guard.
Yeah,
Ye-
because and it's definitely Magic Guard because Lily pointed us out. Oh, this is Magic Guard.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, I was talking about Wonder Guard though.
Yeah, I know. But that Wonder Guard thing, it was actually interesting because they never actually mentioned that it had Wonder Guard. It's just that super effective attacks just did nothing to it.
Yeah, but it's totally obvious that it was Wonder Guard.
Oh no, yeah, it was obvious, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Also,
well-
Wandering Spirit, just because I like Runerigus.
yes.
Yes.
I feel like they're going to show off Rodriguez at some point, right? So like
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have to.
true.
I think they will.
they've technically. Oh, I'm actually not sure that they'll ever that they will show in Wonder Spirit because Mummy hasn't actually been shown in the anime,
Oh yeah,
which is really surprising.
yeah.
I don't care. I want Wandering Spirit.
Hit one.
I mean, Runerigus is a cool Pokemon anyway.
yeah.
Yes.
Finally giving the Pokemon some love.
Let's see.
Obviously, like all the abilities that are dependent on items just aren't possible to show in the anime.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which is really annoying because I think Unburning could be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like Fluffy would have been an easy one to visualize as well.
Oh, I actually have a perfect pitch for Fluffy.
Oh, what?
Ash battles Hop. It's Pikachu versus Double.
Yeah.
Ash has Pikachu use Iron Tail. The Iron Tail just sinks into Double's fur. Fluff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
actually...
Double.
That would be a perfect scenario, actually, for that.
Yeah, like Double is kind of just because of how it looks is just better suited to visualize it to visualize Fluffy in the anime than Beware.
Yeah.
Like they don't really have to show off the whole weak to fire bit, like because that's not even the main part of the ability. So
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we move on? Oh, have we seen any Pokemon with Aftermath?
yes,
We have?
I think so.
we have actually. It's right.
Pretty sure we have.
Once actually it was in Journeys.
Really?
Yeah. When Ash fought Viscas and her electrode exploded at the end of the battle, and then Pikachu protected himself using Electroweb.
Oh.
But that was Aftermath. It wasn't like explosion or self-destruct. Like it was Aftermath.
Huh. I didn't even know Electrode gets Aftermath.
It does. It is.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's actually Electrode's hidden abilities. So that's
Yeah,
So that
I just looked it up too.
yes, so like, that's yet another hidden ability that's been in Journeys.
All
Have
right,
we seen Storm Drain?
I don't think so.
that would be cool to see.
I
And they could show,
doubt we have seen it.
like they could show Storm Drain really easily just with
Yeah,
Cynthia's Gastrodon, which we know she has in
exactly.
the anime.
Yeah,
But also they could show it with any random Gastrodon or Maractus.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
I feel like Serene Grace has been coming up in my mind too. I feel like that would be an easy one to visualize as well.
Not
Well, it all depends on who
I think
uses
it
who has it.
depends.
yeah. I think
Like
something that
John Stovicus has Serene Grace.
yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, I think Don Torres Pro does have Serene Grace, but at the same time,
We don't know that.
like
Yeah,
something that I think would be really cool would be they haven't shown Sandvale.
Sandville would be cool. It'd be easy to show off too.
Yeah, like I
Whoop.
like I've always had this image in my head of like a Sandvale Garchomp like for us to work it kind of has to be the classic AG sand song where it's just the twister of sand, but
yeah,
like I've always imagined just like Garchomp just appearing through the sand behind the opponent and just like dragon clawing it or something, and then just going back and like the twister of sand, like that could be like a really like intimidating and cool way to show it.
Yeah,
True.
for sure.
all right.
I think that's all I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we've rambled on about this enough as it is.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's finally
Yeah.
move on. So this past Sunday marked 10 years. Damn it, I meant to say 11 years, not 10, since the North American release of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Man, I'm getting old.
Wait, really?
Yay.
Those were my first Pokemon. Sorry, Heart Gold was my first Pokemon game. Oh God.
Yeah. So I feel like we could probably take a little time to reminisce on these games. So why don't let's go into the current order of the Discord chat. So Sam, you are first.
So, are we talking about?
We're talking Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yes. They're great games. That's it. All right, moving on.
Wow.
There we go. Nah, but seriously, go. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Are we like talking like memories of these games, or like?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So a bit of a fun fact. So what was it? It was these games were released technically in 2009, but they
In
were
in
released
Japan.
here. But here in Europe, it was released in 2010. So
Oh my
So-
god.
anyway, so Heart Gold and Soul Silver, yes. I first got these games after See, here's the thing. We had, and I honestly cannot believe they don't even exist anymore. We had not GameStop, but a shop called Game. So,
Wait, game. I know game.
no, just Game. Like,
No, yeah, I know game.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know the store
That-
Game.
Yeah, that's from like the UK. I know that. I know that.
Yeah, we no longer have them. But anyway, back then
Oh.
we used to have them. So I went there and I bought I think I was actually going for Soul Silver first because man, I love Lugia just as much as I love Ho. But then I kind of realized, you know what? Nah, I'm going for that big birdie because I love the rainbow colored bird.
That's valid.
Uh, yeah. Fun fact: this was actually one of the few games I didn't play as a girl. And I'm not being sexist here either, because like before Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I always used to play as a girl. In what was it? It was in Ruby, I played as a girl. In Emerald, I played both as a guy and a girl. Um, in Fire Red, I played also both as a boy and a girl, and in Diamond and Platinum, I always played as a girl. Hashtag I'm not. Hashtag I'm sorry, Lucas. And and then Heart Gold, I play now as a guy because I'm gonna be real with you. I do not like the redesigns of Gold, and I also didn't like how they like threw Chris out of the window in favor for Lyra here.
Oh
Not a big
yeah.
fan of that.
Like, for me personally, like I
Yeah.
love I love Lyra's design. Like, I think she's adorable, but I also like I also love Chris too. So, but
There's something about Lyra's outfit that throws me off. It's like they're trying a little bit too hard to like
I don't really think so.
make it not simplistic, but like it caters to look something that it doesn't want to look at. I don't fucking know it. The point is that I do not like neither designs. Although between the two, I think I take Gold's like redesigned slightly better.
That's fair.
Yeah, but like, fuck, how long have I been ranting about nothing? You guys must be bored already. And anyway, couple of memories. I don't worry about it, honey. All right, couple of memories when it comes to teams. Loved Cyndaquil, and then I evolved into Typhlosion.
It's so cool.
Nah, it's all right. I mean, who can't forget about capturing that shiny Gyarados? Can we all agree that was like a big moment when like you first see. I always thought that I'm not gonna lie, that Gyarados shiny color was actually its like original color. I'm not making that up. I'm actually serious.
Wait, really?
'Cause I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I'm Kyle.
I believe you.
I'm
I believe
actually-
you.
Yeah. Because like, when I first saw it, I was like, huh? Is it actually red? And then I find out it is actually blue. I'm like, oh fuck. So that was a big bra moment.
That's funny.
I Lance is a bitch to fight. Cause I don't know if you guys had the issue when you played like Heart Gold, but his Aerodactyl was so fucking annoying.
Oh, dude,
Always
it gave me some issues when I was replaying Soul Silver.
he here's the thing, he's not as hard as Cynthia or Iris or even Leon for that matter, but man, his Aerodactyl is so fucking annoying.
Oh, it definitely
He's
is.
always, yeah, He's like he's Aerodactyl so fucking fast, man. It always rock slides you, and it's always shivering to like. You're always afraid to be flinched.
Oh,
And if there's anything that is in my pet peeves, is well, aside from Togek's para flinch hacks, of course, is Aerodactyl rock sliding you. I hate that. It's one of my biggest pet peeves.
the painful memories, man.
Yeah.
The painful
I didn't-
memories.
Yeah, I don't think I liked it less in Crystal, and I sure as hell don't like it here. I think there's so many things that made Heart Gold and Soul Silver so great for me, but I think I'll stop ranting there because I don't know how long I ranted.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Lance still sucks. Woohoo! Oh,
Oh my god.
nice. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay. Alright. So, as for me, well, as I already mentioned, I replayed Soul Silver, like, not too long ago. Like, I started replaying it last year, but didn't finish it until, like, the fall of last year. And, I still think it's a great way to end Gen 4. Because, Gold and Silver are one of the most respected Pokemon games in series history. And the remakes are just... I consider the remakes to be way better than Gen 2. Even though I feel like Gen 2 is already good enough on its own. But Heart Gold Soul Silver is... It's just in a league of its own, really.
Yeah.
It really, really is. It was a good remake.
Yeah, it's definitely a favorite of mine. Heart Gold was actually the first Pokemon game I ever bought. It was not just the first Pokemon game, but actually the first video game that I ever bought on launch day. And I remember going to GameStop to pick up my pre-order, and then in the plaza that had that GameStop, there was also McDonald's over there. So we stopped at McDonald's to grab some lunch, and I started my Heart Gold file over there.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't even know that it was going to come with a Pokewalker, so I was like, what the hell is this thing when I took it out of the box?
Yeah, that was also my first reaction. Like, what the heck do you even do with this thing?
Yeah, I was so confused with it at first because I was not checking with online updates because I was only freaking 11 years old when these games came out. So I had a good excuse to not be active on the internet at such a young age.
Nice.
And for the longest time, Heart Gold was actually the one Pokemon game that I had the most playtime logged into. Like, I checked my file earlier today, and it turns out I have over 170 hours logged into this game. And that's
Holy shit.
yeah, I put a lot of time into this game. And I do feel and this is Heart Gold Soul Silver were actually the only games where not the only games I actually found 2 full-on shinies in Heart Gold Soul Silver. It was one of which was a shiny Quillfish in someone else's copy of Soul Silver that I never reclaimed. But a few years ago, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago, I found a shiny Fearow in Heart Gold, and I almost dropped an F-bomb, but there was a child in the car at the time, so I couldn't. I had to keep it clean.
You accidentally pressed run, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I threw a Master Ball on it because I hadn't actually replayed DSI.
Oh my god!
Like I could have easily thrown a quick ball,
Actually,
but
you know what? Now that you mention it, sorry if I interrupt you, Kyle.
no worries.
But not that it has nothing to do with it. But back when I played Ruby and I first saw Absol, I also chucked a Master Ball because I thought it was a legendary at the time.
Oh, you're
I
back.
had no regrets. Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway, forgive me. Continue.
no worries. But anyway, oh god. But yeah, two full-on shinies in Heart Gold Soul Silver, one of which I never got to reclaim because it was on someone else's copy. I mean, I don't exactly need to reclaim it because, first of all, I'm not really the biggest fan of Quillfish, but also I'm not a full-on shiny hunter. I don't want to put a time into hunting it. Because
Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god.
Okay, but that was accurate to my shiny funeral story, though. That is actually accurate, though. But and the side modes that were added to Heart Gold Soul Silver, like the Pokeathlon, were really fun. But Voltor Flip was okay. Like, I'm personally not a fan of it, but I
I love Overflip.
yeah, I know a lot of people that do. Like, and also Pokemon following you in the overworld. I can't forget that. And
Oh yeah, that is great.
and the 3D cutscenes were really good for the time too. Especially when you first encounter Ho-Oh in Heart Gold and Mugi and Soul
yeah.
Silver. Those cutscenes were incredible. And
Yeah, they were.
like even because I just replaying it pretty recently, I was able to see the game and gather new opinions as an adult. And even though I still really like these games, my biggest issue with them is the level curve. Like that was my biggest complaint with Gen
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
and it was not really fixed in the remakes, and that was incredibly disappointing. Like I feel like Heart Gold Soul
I
Silver
have-
are probably the grindiest Pokemon games outside of Gen 1.
I have to agree on that.
Like
Yeah,
I kept slacking off because I just didn't want to grind for hours on end. Like that just kills the pacing for me. I feel like
Yeah.
and to be fair, like to be honest, I feel like Heart Gold Soul Silver was a downgrade with grinding when compared to Platinum. Because with Platinum, you got the Versus Seeker, and so when trainers are actually ready to rematch you. But with Heart Gold Soul Silver, you gotta wait for someone to call you to let them know that they're ready to have a rematch. In friggin' when you get to cancel for the first time, you're still finding Pokemon in the 20s. Like that just baffles my mind.
Yeah, I didn't like that either, to be honest.
But I mean, the extra content that was added though, oh, it was so good. It brought back the Safari Zone. You can catch the freaking Hoenn legendaries in these games in the post game, and which also includes and there's also the Sinjo ruins as well, which I wish I got to experience, but sadly I missed out on it.
The post game in Heart Gold and Soul Silver is like the best part of it, honestly.
Oh, it was a huge improvement over Gen 2.
I
Like,
agree.
Kanto actually felt worthwhile in this game, even though I feel like there wasn't much in Kanto in these remakes. I still feel like it's a nice improvement because of just how much more capacity is on the DS cartridge, so they could fit more stuff in.
Yeah, like, like with Kanto, like it's still just in the Gen 2 and Heart Gold Soul Silver. Kanto is just easy, apart from like Blue and Red, really.
Yeah.
That,
mean-
like when you have shit like Janine having like level 35 Pokemon, like this is the post game.
That's what I'm talking about. Like the level curve is so inconsistent. Like you have such lovable Pokemon, but the trainers are so much higher, like 10 to 15, maybe even 20 levels higher, and it's not fun. And there are no good spots for grinding, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
especially during the main game in Johto. Like I remember struggling to find good grinding spots, and I had to look up online forums to see what kind of tips for best grinding spots are in the main game.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that kind of soured my enjoyment of these games a little bit. Like I still love them, but I just wish that that these games did not fix that level curve. Like it is something that Pokemon improved as with newer games after Heart Gold Soul Silver, but If there was one thing that actually disappointed me in Heart Gold Soul Silver, it was definitely the level curve.
Yeah.
But for everything else, I thought was just really good. But and that's all I have. So, honey, you are next.
Cool. So, what's the exact question?
We're just reminiscing on for Heart Gold Soul Silver because its 10th anniversary was this past Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, they were like the first Pokemon remakes that I ever played since I never played the Kanto remakes. And like Pokemon Gold was my first game, and it was good that I finally completed a Johto game, even though it was on remakes. But
Same here.
and yeah, they're like really good remakes in my opinion. Definitely added like a lot of content, especially in post game. And I can't forget like the most interesting element, which is Pokemon following you. I'm pretty sure everyone probably mentioned that already.
Oh my god. People go nuts for that.
Yeah. What else is there to say? Wow, I'm blanking out.
Don't worry about honey. I blanked out multiple times.
um, yeah, I recently played it too, but I never got the chance to finish it really. So I should replay it again, really.
That's fair.
Yeah. Um, Cynical best starter.
Yeah.
Hashtag don't fight me.
Totodile would like to have a
I
word
would
with you.
Don't do that, honey.
You got taste, Sam.
Wow.
What the fuck was that voice?
Oh yeah, and there is something I wanted to show. This is really cool.
Ooh,
Oh yeah. Wait, what?
love
Huh.
this theme. This one brings out the nostalgia glasses for me.
Interesting. I'll have to take a listen to that later because I get some of the sound from it came into the recording. Oops. Oops. I gotta keep remembering that.
Oh yeah, Johto themes were always like so good.
Oh
Like
yeah, definitely.
you had Silver's theme, you had the gym theme, you had the national park theme, like so many good themes.
Yeah, the soundtrack in Heart Gold Soul Silver
So
was so good.
relaxing.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Heart Gold for Silver, I think I think it's probably my favorite soundtrack in the entire Pokemon. Just because, like, obviously Heart Gold was my first game, so it just holds so much like nostalgia for me.
That's fair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they gave Ho-Oh and Lugia as special battle themes.
Oh,
Oh,
definitely.
same. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like,
Special. I especially love Ho-Ho's theme.
Yes!
Same.
So amazing.
So good.
In fact, it is so good it makes me sleep and relax at the same time.
Wow then!
I'm serious. It's so good.
I don't doubt you.
Yeah, I can listen to that for hours, man.
That is valid. But anyway, anything else, honey?
um, Let me think. Yeah, the only real problem I have is like what you've already mentioned, which is like the level curve. But other than that, like they're really good remakes. They're really good games. Like, it's really obvious that it's really good.
Absolutely. Like, I don't think that Heart Gold Soul Silver are the best Pokemon games, but it's definitely one of the best.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Alright, Callum, you're next.
alright. So like I said, Heart Gold was my first Pokemon game. So obviously it's like it holds like a special place in my heart, and all of you have really like said what I would have said already, but like I think like Heart Gold is just my favorite Pokemon game like, of all time. It's just like I love it so much.
That's fair.
Like, I know for a fact I wouldn't be where I am today without it, and
That's valid.
like an amazing game that I always go back to. Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
lost
it's really
my
good.
yeah. Oh yeah, I've lost my Pokewalker, but like that's been lost
Oh
for
no!
You know what, Callum? You aren't the only one who
yeah, like
Oh no!
I
Right.
can't find my Pokewalker either.
yeah,
I
In
Man.
mean,
fact,
actually,
I think I have not when I moved over a year ago. I think my old Pokewalker is somewhere in my old home,
yeah,
probably rotting
oh,
somewhere.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. I think my Pokewalker is just gone forever because, well,
ah,
pretty sure because I haven't moved or anything, but like it's been like well over a decade. It's been like a decade. Like I lost it like the same year I got a heart gold. I think, and like
oh,
I've
jeez,
I've never found it since. It's
ah,
been a decade.
ah,
It's very clearly just lost forever.
oh,
Oh
that's
man.
sad.
yeah.
Like
That
granted,
Rip.
since I bought both versions, I had two Pokeblockers and I lost the one that came with my Soul Silver, I think.
Uh, yeah, like the thing with Pokewalkers is that they're just really easy to lose.
Yeah.
Like they're so
Yeah, I have one.
small.
Yeah, I remember when her Gold Soul Silver were new, I was in school one day, and one of my classmates brought his Pokewalker with him, and he showed it to me during recess, and I was just, I got excited about it.
has anyone has I just remembered something. Has anyone mentioned the Pokeathlon?
I
Oh,
did.
Pokemon! I love,
No, now that you mention it, honey,
I love,
I love
I
I love
love Pokeathlon.
I
like
love.
I remember playing ring drops so many times. Like it was so fun.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
I never
I
got,
love sprint.
I
I
never,
love sprinting each like lap.
Yeah.
I haven't put much time into the Pokeathlon at all, even when the games were new.
You should. It's
Bruh,
fun.
Kyle, come on.
So fun.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
they're
It is.
like
I'm gonna
they
say
were one of
it's the
my
best
games.
thing. Yeah, it's the best thing that Hard Gold is also a crossover, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta try it. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
Oh, wait. I am surprised that no one has mentioned the Celebi event yet, where you fight Giovanni.
Oh, I never did that one.
I actually haven't done
Yeah,
that.
yeah, none of that.
I,
The
Yeah.
only thing, the
that was,
only
I think,
thing I,
I
the
think,
only thing I know from the Celebi event is that it explored some Death from Silver's backstory, I think, and you get some battle with Giovanni. That's all that I know.
yeah. Yeah, because I remember I think that was the only event in Heart Gold Soul Silver that I actually got to do. Cause,
Oh,
yeah, because I remember doing that, but I have very foggy memories of it. Because the only proof that I know that I did the event was the fact that that Celebi actually gets you Zorua in black and white.
Right.
oh, wow.
Yeah, because I remember getting Zorua in black, but I don't remember battling Giovanni, and yet I have that Celebi, so I must have done it.
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure you did.
You had to have done it then.
Yeah, I definitely remember. I have some memories. I do remember doing it, but at the same time, I don't. But one I wish I got to do was Spiky Eared Pichu. That one looks really cute.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, Kyle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really upsets me that they just abandoned Spiky or Pichu and Hargold Soul Silver and
I
they can't transfer it up.
know.
Man,
Oh, that makes me so sad.
yeah, it makes my heart broken.
Like okay, like going back to Pokeathlon, I actually really miss playing in Pokeathlon.
Yeah, like
Same.
yeah, like my favorite part of the Pokeathlon was always the one where you break all the slabs.
Oh yes, that was
Yes,
fun.
I remember
I
that.
remember that. I think that was what do you call it? Block smash.
Yeah, it's the you break all the bricks, I think.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
Relay Run was a fun one too.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I think my favorite is Ring Drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's fun. Everything about it is so fun.
Yeah, I really miss it.
Yeah, I really wish future gens had this thing come back because I really hope it's not gonna come back, and I'm pissed about it.
It's not gonna come back.
That makes me sad. This event was great.
Damn.
Yeah. Like
Pain.
the only thing that I didn't really like about the Pokeathlon was like the one where your Pokemon were playing actual football or soccer, and and they were and they had to like score goals and stuff because that was just really hard to control.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't remember about it, though.
I remember it because yeah, it was kind of difficult to control.
Yeah, like I said, I have very foggy memories of the Pokeathlon because I didn't do much of it.
That's probably the only time where I have to say I do have slight foggy memory when it comes to that. But other than that, when it comes to like sprinting, breaking those damn bricks, and throwing those rings, Pokeathlon is a 10 out of 10 in my book.
Yes, we have people with culture in this server.
All right. We're in the middle of Callum's response. So, do you have anything else that you want to add?
Not really, no.
All right. So, moving from one game's anniversary to another, today, as of when we're recording this episode, marks 18 years since Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire released in North America.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my god.
I'm old.
We all are.
Shut up, honey. I'm older. No, 18 years. I cannot believe in 2 years it's gonna be 20 years.
Jesus.
I don't
Can
want
we
to
go
think.
back to Can we go back to 2002, please?
I would have been
I was,
only.
only, I was only 4 that time.
I was only a baby by then.
I was
I
only
was-
4.
Yeah,
I was
I
only
was.
8.
All right, so let's take some time to reminisce on Ruby and Sapphire. So we might as well just go in the same order that we did for Heart Gold Soul Silver. So that means Sam is first.
Yes, memories when it comes to Ruby and Sapphire, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. Although I do like Heart Gold and Soul Silver a little bit better than Ruby and Sapphire, I think I have more of a fonding memories over Ruby and Sapphires because they were the third Pokemon games I ever played. The second one was Blue, and the first one Crystal. So, as many of you don't know, I was about 7 or 8 when these games came out. So, I think I got them. I got Ruby back in 2003, I believe. So, the first thing that made me love Hoenn region as a whole was, aside from May and Brendan, but I think it was the first time that me may really, really appreciate its its starters as a whole. Like
Yes.
That's valid.
before and there was like a couple starters that I liked. Some that I like more, others that I like less. Shigarita.
Oof.
But
Wow.
I love Shigarita, by the way. Do not take that the wrong way. But Hoenn, before Sinnoh came and evaporated the whole thing out of the window, Hoenn was the person that made me love like every first evolution starters. We had Trico, we had Torchic, and we had Mudkip, which I'm gonna be real, I like the least out of the three, but I still love my boy. Uh, so yeah, I still like remember when I got Torchic, because like it was yeah, so cute and amazing. And I still remember when it evolved. I was like, "What the is this thing?" But like in a good way. And then like when it evolved into Blaze again, I was like, "Oh, what the
Yeah.
hell?" That was, that was like a big bro moment. Like it goes from this cute little, well, helpless chicken to this big bro, like big bro chicken fighter. It had like come at me bro pose. I love
I have a
Blaze.
question for you, Sam.
Question, yeah, sure.
Did you name your Torchic KFC?
Unfortunately, I didn't, honey, because
Oh
I
my
didn't know what
God.
KFC was back then.
Oh my
If
God.
I, the worst part about it, now that you mention it, honey, if I knew it back then, I would have gladly named it KFC.
That's what I named mine.
Ah, man,
Wow.
now you're making me jealous, actually. Because if I knew back then,
Replay.
man, but yeah, can we? Yes, yeah. I think I love Hoenn's, like the Hoenn decks as a whole, because like we had really such a good roster of Pokemons.
Yeah.
Aside from starters, we had the Swallow line, we had the Gardevoir line, we had man, even the legendaries were like upscale from previous ones.
Absolutely.
We had Groudon, we had Kyogre. Fun fact: I always loved Groudon over Kyogre.
Oh my
Valid.
god.
And yeah. Also, I also never mind. Anyway, we had the monstrous Rayquaza, and fun fact, we also had Jirachi, which is one of my favorite legendaries as well. And I didn't know. Fun fact, I didn't know Jirachi was a steel type. It doesn't look like a steel type.
It does
I
not.
don't blame you.
Like seriously, if someone would, it's like with what is it, Lucario, but like at least with Lucario's, having spikes, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But Jirachi looks nothing like a steel type.
It does
It's like,
not.
No, it doesn't.
because when you look at it, the last thing I think is the fact that is a steel type. It looks more like, well, a fairy type to me, but fairies didn't exist back then, so
Yeah.
It felt more like a pure psychic type to me.
That's
At
fair.
first.
yeah. I actually I don't know why, but this thing screams more psychic electric for me for some reason.
Oh,
Interesting.
is it because of the colors, maybe?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
That's valid.
that's fair.
What else do we have? Oh yeah, can we forget? Can we also not forget the Deoxys as well?
We do not forget
Yes,
the Yox.
sir.
Man, I love Deoxys.
It was so cool.
Of course, I didn't know existed back then because I didn't know what the fuck a Deoxys was. No, but seriously though, I'm not sure if you guys even remember the events back then.
Probably not, because
Because
I was a wee child back then.
Yeah, because I never got to do any special events until Gen 4.
I
Yeah.
didn't do it either, but for some reason I still remember it because uh, what was it? You had to go to a Toys R Us, and then you had to give them some kind of card.
Yeah, it
So
was. Events prior to Gen 4 were really complicated to set up.
yeah, I didn't do it. But I heard of it. So I was like, but of course I didn't know it back then.
And of course, you could also catch your own Mew in Emeralds, but only in the Japanese version. Because
Yeah. Man, the events was so hard back then.
yeah,
Guys, I forgot about Wally.
who can
Yeah.
forget Wally?
Wally.
Actually, you know what? I forgot what Wally even was in this version. I love him in ORAS, but I'm gonna be real, he's a little bit forgettable in the
No,
original
you're right.
game.
Yeah, he was.
much more memorable in the remix than he is in the original game.
Yeah, his character got a huge improvement in Oris.
Yeah.
You know what? I hate being a nitpicky here, but there's another thing that I am going to nitpick.
Go
And
go
it's
Oh,
for
boy.
it.
probably gonna be the IGN meme, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. This game has too many fucking water, and it pet
Here we
peeves me.
go.
That
There we
yep,
go.
that's for Oris. The point still stands
so-
though.
Yep, Oris didn't fix it, and honestly, they're even worse than I remember them to be. Big sigh. Like I hate bringing it up, but the fact that these games has so many fucking oceans, and I get it, they're based off a tropical island. It makes sense, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it makes the games more sluggish than I remember it to be.
That's fair.
I love you, Ruby Sapphire. I really, really do, but you having too much water wasn't one of them. So, on the more positive things, I'm glad that the games didn't have Team Rocket this time, and we had, instead of one, we have two evil bad guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Team Magma, Team Aqua. Although I'm gonna be. Actually, you know what? I say less about that because I think I have speaking enough when it comes to my rant.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, I love Ruby. I love Sapphire. Wally's still forgettable. Yeah.
Poor Wally, man.
Wow. The shade.
Yeah. I mean, I love Wally, but I just don't remember him in the original games. That's one of the few things
Okay.
I think Oris did better.
Okay, before you move on, I would like to make a point about Wally. Well, an idea about Wally.
Go on.
Yeah.
So I feel like Wally could have been like Ash's rival in Hoenn
Seriously.
Yes. And I'm
because you could do the same thing. Like you could have Ash go to Heidelberg, and then you could have the same thing happen. Like Wally would try to catch Ralts, and then Ash would help him catch Ralts, and then later on Wally would grow into this like confident trainer that would like become a great rival for Ash later on.
Absolutely. Like I love that idea.
to be fair, they kind of did they didn't. I wouldn't say they did this idea exactly, but they kind of half did it with Sawyer. But honestly, they should have done this with Wally in AG instead.
Yeah.
Man, the more I think about it, the more I. Poor Wally, man. They really did him dirty.
Yeah, he got redemption in the
It
Auras,
isn't
though.
perfect. It'd have been perfect because, like, Ash didn't have a rival in Hoenn.
Yeah. Yeah, they really should have made Wally a rival for Ash.
I like how we went on the tangent to the anime.
Yeah, thing I felt like pointing out.
That's
If this
fair, though.
was a here's the thing. If this was a anniversary towards the anime, you would probably hear me shaded more about it than than the games.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
And that's
Anyway,
and that's ironic coming from me, considering that I have a slight bit nostalgia for it too. Okay, I'm done. Next.
all right,
Wow.
we can get back.
Yay!
We can get back. We can get back to the main point.
Yeah.
All right. So is that all that you have to say, Sam?
Yeah, I'm pretty much done.
All right, cool. So Ruby and Sapphire. These games have a lot of sentimental value for me because Ruby was the first Pokemon game I ever played. I played it on someone else's copy and I loved it, man. I wanted one of my own, and eventually I did get a pre-owned copy of Ruby and Sapphire at GameStop. Also, can I just mention, Ruby and Sapphire probably have my favorite cartridge labels of all time. Like,
Oh, Paul.
I just loved the labels for Ruby and Sapphire. At least the English versions. The Japanese versions, not so much. But the English versions, oh my god, they are so freaking cool. Like it pretty much mimics the box art background for both versions, and I love how reflective they were too.
Oh yeah, they were.
You're really good.
I'm trying to find a good picture of it on Google Images, but I'm finding like a ton of bootleg copies.
Let's see if I can find it.
Like the pirate copies were rampant in Gen 3. But anyway, getting back on point here. Like I said, in fact, my copy of Ruby still has the original file that was on there when I bought it because there was just so much stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, there was just so much stuff on it that I just did not want to. I didn't want to erase the file because it had like a lot of progress made it in the Pokedex. There was just a ton of Pokemon I found in there in general that I just felt like by deleting it would do a disservice, and I just didn't want to get rid of it.
that's totally valid.
Yeah, and like I loved this generation, but I actually never did a full playthrough of Ruby and Sapphire before Auras came out. So what I did was I replayed Sapphire before Auras came out because I was so foggy with the Hoenn plot, and my playthrough went so horribly, but I still very much enjoyed it. It was mainly because of the grinding. Like Ruby and Sapphire were okay with the level curve, but it wasn't great. It was better than Gold and Silver, though. I'll give it that. But I think Emerald very much improved on making grinding a little easier because of Match Call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I found a good picture actually. You're like, look at these things. They just look so cool.
Yes.
Oh, good.
They just look so cool. I don't know. That's just one part about Gen 3 that sticks out to me the most, honestly. Like I don't know why.
Agree.
Yeah, I really wish that like DS cartridges and like Switch cartridges kind of had that like mini transparent effect.
Oh
to-
yeah, that too. Like
they could
couldn't
Yeah.
they could easily do it. They don't have to be black plastic.
seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I did something stupid with these cartridges as a kid. I peeled the labels off as a kid, and now I regret it as an adult.
Hey,
Oh
Kyle,
my god.
Kyle. Now that you mention it, I am a little bit guilty to say that I did scratch the logos a bit using my nails. I know
Yeah.
How do you?
that's nothing compared.
How do you
it's nothing
even?
compared to you, Peel.
How do you even?
It's-
What?
yeah. In my defense, I was 9. God,
Okay.
that's a horrible excuse.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, I can sort of let that slide just a bit, but wow.
That's nothing compared to you peeling it off.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
getting back on track here, but yeah, what else? I just really loved the Hoenn region. The soundtrack was, it was phenomenal. The soundtrack was phenomenal. The Pokemon that were introduced in this generation were fantastic as well. And it has some of my all-time favorite legendary Pokemon as well. And Sam, I am so surprised and a little disappointed that you did not mention the Eon duo.
Oh.
I am so disappointed you did not mention
Kyle.
Latios and Latios.
Okay, in my defense, Kyle, back then I didn't know they didn't exist. But now that you mention it, I cannot believe I forgot about that. Yes. But yes, the EO duo is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention something when I was talking about Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
What?
I'll talk about it after we're done with the episode.
Alright.
Because I don't want to get off topic again. But anyway, but yeah, what else? Like, oh man, there's just so much stuff about Gen 3 that I just, like I said, this was the first generation I ever played, but I never did a full playthrough of it until like many years later. But and I also replayed Emerald to complete my Gen 3 replays. Well, still gotta do Fire Emblem Leaf Green because those are the only games I have not replayed yet. But in terms of the Hoenn games in Gen 3, I replayed Sapphire and Emerald, and I still love this generation. Like, if I'm gonna do a Gen 3 playthrough, I would do Emerald. Like, it just feels more complete. Like, it's more challenging. First of all, like Emerald Emerald does pack a decent punch. Like Ruby and Sapphire, they're not bad with difficulty, but there were definitely some parts that felt a bit easy.
Did anyone struggle against Norman?
Same here. I
did.
Yeah, I always felt like Norman was pretty difficult.
like his freaking slacking, man.
Yeah.
They were such a pain in the ass.
Same goes for Watson for me.
I mean, I never had much issue with Watson, but the second rival battle against Brendan or May before you get to Mauville, that battle was hell.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I remember.
Like, I was a bad Pokemon player back in the day, so you can imagine my starter was the only Pokemon that I just put the most levels into. So and considering this was at the time when your rival was still choosing the starter that was super effective against yours, you can imagine how much hell I would go through against May's Grovyle.
I actually think I blacked out during that rival fight.
I remember having to reset multiple times and I had to get lucky with crits and shit like that. Just to have a freaking shot.
You better hope that luck was on your side that day, because if not, you were screwed.
Yeah.
You knew what you're doing.
Yeah.
But we didn't know back then.
No, we were stupid kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game be like, alright, you kids, better teach you a lesson here.
Better teach you the harsh way.
That's funny.
Yeah.
HMs were definitely a little problematic in this generation, but it didn't really come across my mind. But coming back to it as an adult, it was a little bit of a pain in the neck, but it was nowhere near as bad as Sinnoh.
I was just gonna say, like, it is nothing compared to Sinnoh.
Yeah. Like having like 3 water HMs was a pain in the ass though, because you have surf, you got waterfall, and
Yeah.
you got dive.
Dive. Hey, it's still better than the 8 HMs we had to use in Sinnoh.
Yeah, I mean, granted, surf, waterfall, and dive are actually pretty decent moves.
Exactly. They're good moves.
They're unnecessary when it comes to HMs.
Plus, dive is kind of fun when you actually have to dive into games. I mean,
Yeah, and
like you can find items and stuff.
yeah, and you can even find wild Pokemon underwater. It was a cool experience.
Exactly.
It was a really cool
Exactly.
experience. And so I remember when leading up to Pokemon Day, Pokemon tweeted about Ruby and Sapphire, and in that thread they added Hoenn go burr.
I posted a similar.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, that's basically the perfect summary of the Ruby Sapphire soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like the sound font is aged really well.
But the soundtrack is really good though.
Absolutely.
Like,
And I like the fact,
Like-
and actually, believe it or not, Gen 3 was the only generation where the entire game ran in 60 frames per second. All other games,
yeah, I know that.
all prior generation, Gens 1 and 2 were a mixture. But
Yeah.
we wouldn't see that mixture, but Gen 4 was only locked to 30, and we wouldn't see that mixture until Gen 5.
Yeah.
So Ruby and Sapphire fell relatively quick compared to Gold, Silver, and Crystal, but Emeralds did feel a little slower because of the animated sprites. But it was still a really cool inclusion.
I didn't really mind it, to be honest.
Neither did I. But overall, as a whole, this generation will always hold a special place in my heart. And yeah, I'm blanking now, so I'm just gonna pass it off to you, honey, because before I just
Alright.
go on.
Alright, so Gen 3. Yes, Gen 3 has always been like in my top 3 favorite gens, to be honest. It's just so good, so memorable. Y'all know me, I'm a fire type person, so I picked Torchic.
Yes, Torchic gang.
Torchic gang. And when it evolved into Blaziken, I was blown away by how just awesome it looked. But to be fair, I really liked all the starters, like all the starter lines.
Yeah.
Same.
Mudkip, Treecko, Torchic, they were all really good. And fun fact, Swampert is like my favorite water type. So there's that.
Nice.
Love Swampert.
Swampert is so good.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, so I think I really like the Pokemon roster. I don't think there's like really one Pokemon that I dislike in this gen.
That's valid.
Like they're all really good in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
I think before Luxray, I think Manectric was like my favorite electric type.
That's so valid.
Yeah, it was really
It
good.
is so Manectric, man.
Such a good electric Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Quite a shocker if you say so myself.
Shut up, Kyle.
Bro. Honey goes savage.
Anyway, yeah, the legendaries were really good too. You had Groudon, you had Kyogre, you had the Deoxys, like all really good ones that we've all mentioned before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I can't believe I didn't mention it. Like Pokemon Ruby was like the first game I officially completed. Not like Pokemon Gold where I just left it. So
Ooh.
yeah, they're really good games. I really need to replay it because it's been so long since I've replayed Gen 3.
That's valid.
Same.
But yeah, I think that it. Latias is like my favorite legendary, so
That's so valid.
Latios and Latios.
Is there anything else that you want to add, honey?
um, too much water.
Oh my god, I couldn't agree more with that.
But to be fair, I still love the game, so
Same.
Yeah, I mean, I love them too.
yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Okay. So, Colin, how about you finish us off?
Well, I didn't really play Gen 3 until this year because I only played Oras, which doesn't really count. Um, so, so, like, I've only played Emerald really, so, and it was really fun. Like I still plan to do the Battle Frontier at 1.2, so yeah.
Nice.
There's not really much that I can say that hasn't been said already.
All right. So, is that all from you?
Yeah.
All right. So, I think we're going to wrap things up there for today. We had another really productive episode with plenty of nostalgia to go along with it. So, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. And until next time, through it all, we're still a family. One training family.